What's going on, everyone? So our boy Dalton Knecht absolutely balled out. I loved what we saw from him during the All-Star weekend. Him and Stephon Castle really were big standouts. Dalton Knecht was out there as just hooping, man. I mean, on every level, right? I know Castle won the Rising Stars MVP, but I mean, you easily could have made an argument for Knecht. Knecht and Castle were the two best Rising Stars, hands down, right? And I mean, that's not just like my opinion. I mean, that literally what it was. I mean, I think Knecht led like all scorers throughout All Star Weekend for like Rising Star player or something like that, right? Like he was a guy that just, I mean, you saw everything that you wanted to see, right? His aggressiveness, him getting to the rim, him self creating, him finishing at the rim, him trying to play some defense, right? He's still not a great defender, but at least he tries. He gets after it. The best game was the Rising Stars versus the OGs. I mean, that game really felt like, the Rising Stars really wanted to win that. Like, you could tell. They really wanted to win that. And it was just like, even at the end, I was like, because they were down, what were they? They were down 3, I think, something like that. Because it was to like 40, and it was like 37 to, 34 or something like that. And it was just like, come on, like just connect the ball. And like everyone else just kept shooting and taking foolish shots. And it's just like, you have Dalton Knecht, who's 50% from 3 this entire event and is just hit 2 earlier to keep you in it. Like he hit the first 3 of the game, right? Like, and it was just like, can we get him the basketball? Right? Can you try to get him a good look and a good shot, and you might actually be able to win this thing? And it was just, unfortunately, they weren't able to do that, and they ended up losing. And then, of course, the OGs ended up pulling it out and winning the entire event. But again, like Knecht, Stephon Castle, Wimby is another guy. Like, I felt like those guys really tried to set the tone. Right? I felt like they did a really good job of playing hard, playing competitive, being out there, right? Like Knecht, he talked basically all weekend about how he was really, unfortunately, he didn't get to play against LeBron, who he really wanted to play against, right? He even talked about like, no, I'm excited I get to play against LeBron. LeBron ended up sitting out and not playing, but still, he went out there, he competed, played hard, worked hard, and that's what you want to see, right? Like, I mean, this young man, and all the questions, unfortunately, were all just about the trade and stuff. And I thought he handled it incredibly well. Right? They were even asking like questions about like Draymond or whatever, and some comments Draymond said, and Dalton Knecht was like, "Come on, it's Draymond. He's just talking." Right? Like, I loved it. I was like, "Yeah, get him, Dalton." Right? I'm a fan of Dalton. I really like Dalton. I still think it's very likely he gets traded in the offseason. I know he really wants to stay with the Lakers. I know, like, he's talked and said, like, that he wants to be here. And look, I've talked about it, right? Like, best way to do that is be undeniable, right? You go out there these next 30 games, and with whatever opportunity you have, you just absolutely go in and ball out, right? And he's been fantastic. For a rookie, he's been great. I mean, very memorable, right? Stephon Castle's probably going to win Rookie of the Year. I think he should. He's been the most consistent all season. But Dalton Knecht, right? I mean, he had numerous stretches and arguments to win Rookie of the Year earlier. The role, right? The opportunity is not there as much. Now you got Luka, right? So, like, I don't think Dalton Knecht's going to get the opportunity necessary. There is a big part of me, though, too, and I've talked about this before, big part of me that would almost wants him to get traded to a team like the Charlotte Hornets, because I think he has the potential to be like an all-star type guy, right? Like, he can do a little bit of everything out there. I just don't think he's ever going to get that opportunity on the Lakers, right? Like, he's probably never going to be more than just like a movement shooter, catch and shoot 3-point guy, right? Maybe he gets a little opportunity to put the ball on the deck and do things. I'm not saying that's all he is. I'm just saying that's all the opportunity I think he'll get on the basketball court. Big difference, right? Anytime I'm like, Dalton Knecht, it's probably just going to be a, spot up or movement shooter, whatever. People are like, he can do more than that. I'm like, yeah, I understand that, but it's about the role, right? A lot of like the success of players sometimes is just where they go, right? People talk about, Scottie Pippen Jr. or Jay Huff is a great example, right? Well, they got to go to a team in Memphis that was tanking. They were trying to lose games, right? So you heard all the games where, Scottie Pippen Jr. had, near triple doubles or triple doubles. We didn't hear the games where he had 8 turnovers and was 2 of, 12 from the floor and just was unplayably bad. But Memphis didn't care, right? Like, they were trying to lose. Same thing with Charlotte. Like, if he ends up going to a team like Charlotte, don't be surprised if this dude's, like balling out and it's like, man, where was all this? He's just not going to get that opportunity, I don't think, especially alongside LeBron and Luka and Austin Reeves and that. Maybe if they start, trading Austin Reeves or trading, these other guys and LeBron retired, maybe at some point, maybe he gets the progression. But I think it's more likely he just kind of ends up being more of just like your spot up 3-and-D shooter type guy, which is unfortunate because I do think that there's a lot more to him than that. And he was very impressive, and I thought he did a really good job of kind of highlighting and displaying what he could do, right? Like, you saw him take guys off the dribble. You saw him get to the rim and finish, right? You saw him operate, hit mid-range, and knock down the 3 ball. I mean, obviously, we all know he can line it up in a hurry. We've all seen him go from 0 to 100 and fast. I mean, how many times have we seen him go, 0 of 4 from 3 or something like that and finish 6 of 10, and you're just like, God, right? Like, I mean, it's just like the Pringle, once you pop, the fun don't stop, right? Like, that's Knecht, right? Once he hits that one, that's it. As soon as he gets that one, then it's like the basket becomes the size of the ocean, and he's just throwing rocks, right? It's cake. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass the question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you like the idea of, Dalton Knecht sticking around with the Lakers? What did you think of his performance during All-Star? Do you think that he was great, especially during, like, Rising Stars Challenge and all that stuff? What did you make of his performance? Do you want him to be a long-term fixture? I'd love to see Knecht stick around long-term. I'd love to see him, one day be an actual all-star in a Laker jersey. Like, that would be fantastic. And I think he has all the potential. I think everything that you want to see from him is there. And I think he's a guy that could really kind of, be a big piece in this league at some point. I love the competitive nature. I love the competitive drive. I thought Knecht, Castle, and Wemby were 3 guys that really stood out all the entire time, right? 3 guys that really wanted to go out and be competitive and just kind of, again, set the tone, set the standard, right? And it's great to have that, because it's the only way you're really going to fix this is by getting the next generation, the younger guys coming in, wanting to be the example, right? Wanting to turn this around, right? You can change whatever you want to change. I do think the best opportunity would be to do like Team USA versus the world and, throw the flags of everyone's country on their jersey. And now they're not just representing, this silly game. Now they're representing their country. Watch how quickly those guys go out there and hoop. And then watch how quickly, Team USA goes out and hoops, because they're not going to want to get smacked every year by, the world team. So I do think that there are ways to fix it. But at the end of the day, it starts with the players like Dalton Knecht. And him just setting the example, setting the tone. But again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. Helps me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.